we go.
Let's put a Courtney in the middle. There we go.
I like the chick in the middle. There it is.
Right.
There it
meat
is.
in the sandwich. The meat in the
Right.
sandwich.
There it is.
All right. Tell me when to go, guys.
We're going.
We are
Okay.
going.
Welcome to the We Ain't Right podcast with your co-hosts Jerry Rocha and Eddie Pence. My name is Courtney Tuttle, your long-suffering facilitator, moderator, MC.
I like that.
Today's special guest is going to be Ty Martinet.
Oh, man.
Actor, comedian. Absolutely. We're really lucky to have him.
Sex pot? Hello?
Sex pot?
God, come on.
Devious sex pot?
Don't do. We're not going to sell Ty short that easily.
Lead with sex pot. Don't
Lead
bury
with
it.
sex pot. Sex pot, comedian, actor,
Right.
brilliant human. But number one, come
Sex
on.
pot. Sex
Anyway.
Did I say long-suffering moderator?
You did, and this is why.
This is it, because I carefully crafted an episode for us, and
Yeah.
then Jerry and Eddie just do whatever the hell they want.
Well,
so.
yeah.
And I'm
Hello.
left in tears, but that's okay.
Thank you.
Now then, guys, we're going to bring Ty on here in a second, but what I want to do is
Yes.
I'm going to give everyone a choice right
Okay.
here so that we
Oh,
get to
God.
know you guys and get to know Ty.
Yeah.
So you can pick one. Tell our audience something you've never said publicly before. All right? Or
Okay.
you can
All
tell us about the worst thing you've done in the last year or the funniest shit you've seen in the last week.
Whew.
Got that?
Eddie, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
This happened this morning.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
nice.
Look at this. Okay. Eddie's starting us off.
I accidentally last night fell asleep with my contact lenses in.
Oh,
Right?
fuck.
And I got up this morning and I was like, I opened up my contact lens case and there was no contacts. And I wasn't even thinking that I could see clearly. Because normally I'm blind. So if I don't have my glasses on, I can't see anything.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm like, I was so tired I wasn't computing in my head that I could see clearly. So I didn't even
Right.
realize I had my contacts in. So I go to open the case like, oh, my contacts are gone. They're not in there. I was like, it's weird. So I had extra contacts, so I opened them up and I put contacts on top of my contacts. And contrary to what you might think, it does not give you supervision.
No, I bet. So you did not see like into another
No.
plane of existence.
I put them in. I'm like,
vision.
I see worse now. What is happening? And so then I took it out. I'm like, oh, now I can see clear. And then I was like, oh, I fell asleep. And then
Oh,
never done that
God.
before in my whole. I've been wearing contacts for 30 plus years. I've never
Nothing.
put contacts on contacts.
Is that like hat on hat? It just doesn't work.
Hat on hat
ooh.
Ouch.
Wow.
makes your vision worse.
How long
How?
did it take you? How long did it take you to realize what it went wrong?
About 30 seconds because I was standing in the bathroom. I was like, why
Right,
is everything
right.
blurry with my contacts in?
Wow.
And I was like, let me take it out and see if did I put it, is it like dirty? And I took it out and then it was like, oh no, I can see clear without it.
Were you worried part of your eye was going
Either-
to peel
either-
off with the contacts you
Either a
slept in?
radioactive spider bit me while I was sleeping or I put in contacts on top of contacts.
Now, were you worried that when you peeled off the old ones, that part of your eye was going to come with it? Like, was it
I
impossible
thought
to
because
peel them off?
it kind of gives that little stick and then the
Yeah,
pop
oh,
when you get it
God,
off.
Yes.
Eyeballs.
So
no.
that's how
Right,
dumb
so-
I am. I'm not Spider-Man. I'm just an idiot.
So this is me being an idiot that nobody knows about except, well, two other people. But they're probably both dead, I would think. So
Did you kill them?
maybe one,
Maybe? Okay.
maybe one. So I used to work at Sam's Club back in Dallas, Texas, right out of high school. And I was the shopping cart guy. That was how low I was. I was the guy who would collect. I was so good at it, they made me the
Is that worse than a
manager.
fluffer on a porn set, the shopping
Yes,
cart guy?
absolutely. You get some kind of action as a fluffer. Here, I'm just fucking. So me and this other kid, I ended up being the boss of the parking lot. And to make me not hang myself at lunch, they called me the lot ambassador instead of the manager of the shopping carts. They, at least they were nice enough to give me a bullshit title. And so we were slammed. It was like before Thanksgiving, like a week before Thanksgiving, right? And we are just slammed, so the carts are all empty. And we're getting radioed, like we're trying to round up as many as we can. And you're not supposed to bring more than 10 in at a time. Those are the rules. And these were the old days before those little fucking robots do it all, right? This is people doing this shit. And so I had like 15 of them. Like, fuck it, we got to get them in here. This other kid who was working under me had like 20. And I'm just like, fuck it, we're crossing streams, right? Where I said, let's go, and we need shopping carts, we need them now. We make this giant train, and he's leading, and I'm pushing. And this kid was like 17. It's like this was my second job. This was his first job. And we bring the carts
Lot
in.
ambassador after your second job. That's not bad.
Come on.
Pretty impressive.
We bring him in, and the kid jumps. The minute we get into the store, he jumps and is like, dude, what the fuck? And he's laughing. And I'm like, what? And I look, and we just wiped out an old lady who was just standing there waiting for shopping carts.
No.
She was just on the ground, like twitching, like when someone did a finisher on Hogan, and he was just like, she was on the ground twitching, and we ran and just started getting more carts and just played dumb because no one else, there was no cameras. And no manager.
You took off like Bill Murray in Caddyshack when the priest got hit by lightning.
Yes, and I was right there with him. We're like, fuck this. We just collected more shopping carts and just started. Now we brought them in 10 at a time. Like, oh, we're just doing our job. Something happened. And like a manager had to fill out an incident report. That poor old lady had no idea what the fuck hit her or how it happened.
So you might have, in fact, killed her.
I could have if she died later that day.
Lot lizard ambassador.
Come on, but you know what? There are plenty of shopping carts for that rush, that holiday.
But as
rush.
lot ambassador, you have pardon power. So
license to kill as lot ambassador.
007.
a lot of perks with that title.
License to kill the lot ambassador. Imagine if that's the way you just fuck supermodels and get to kill people all the time. The parking lot ambassador at Sam's Club. It was so fucking. It was the saddest job I'd ever had. But anyway, so there we go.
All right. Well, I think on that note, I think we should bring in Ty right now and let him tell us something like you guys are.
Now that Ty thinks far less of us than he might have already. Ty Barnett, comedian, sex pot. Ty Barnett.
Let me address the sex part.
Okay,
that may have been me early comedy days. I'm more of a coffee pot. Right?
Okay.
That's all it is. There's no. You know how sometimes like when you see old pictures of yourself, and you're like, oh man, I wonder if I can get back to that. I look at those pictures now, like, get that shit off my screen. Get it off my screen. We're not going back.
That is.
That ain't happening.
That's a former life.
Just so you know, Jerry, if you want a horror genre that hasn't been touched, you can go ahead and make a movie based off the fact that y'all may have killed a person, and now this person.
I know what you did at Sam's Club.
Right.
I know what you did at Sam's Club.
That's it. And so the younger generation has to pay for your incident at the Sam's Club.
You passed on the skins all the way back.
Ty, I was wondering, what if it was like Final Destination and that old lady was supposed to get killed by us, but she survived, and then like a bus had to come hit her the next day.
By the way, you know they're making the number 5 or 6 is coming out now.
That's right.
And this one is supposed to be, at least by the previews, is supposed to be a telling of how all of this originally went back to. So it goes back to like the 70s.
Oh,
man. This one actually looks like I'm a fan of the final. The only one that was really super scary was the first one.
That was the only
exactly kind of cheesy.
All horror movies end up being like slapstick comedies, don't they? Like by the sequels, it.
You ever watch like the first Friday the 13th? You watch it and you think, why was I scared of this?
Right. Well, the first Friday the 13th, I was telling Eddie, we talked about this before. Like, I would rent, or maybe I was telling my fiance this. I don't know why I was telling my fiance this. I would rent slasher movies before cable. Before we had cable, because that was the only way I could see tits when I was like 12, 13.
That was it.
I was like, well,
that or Revenge of the Nerds. That's the only 2 movies you could see.
Right, that was it. So I would tell my dad, like, go to Blockbuster, like, hey, let me get this scary movie. I like slashers. I could give a shit about him. I was just like, I know I'm going to see people boinking in the first half hour. That's all I care about.
Like you see a little nipple there. Was it Porky's? Porky's was other.
Porky's was a great one.
Porky's might as well have been porn because there were certain scenes in it where you're like, I'm not. I don't think we're supposed to be seeing this, but I'm gonna keep.
I'm gonna keep.
I will tell y'all because I was trying to think of a story that was recent. I'm sure something has happened, but the thing that I could think of, and I was telling somebody this because my auntie passed. God rest her soul.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, thank you. But
yeah,
here's one of the most fondest memories of her. So years ago in high school, I was a huge Big Daddy Kane fan. I still am.
Oh God, yeah.
So he had, the high top fade and all that stuff.
Yes.
But there was a magazine where someone had, and one of his songs was called "I Get the Job Done." That was the name. One of his most famous. But and in the magazine, someone had "I Get the Job Done" cut in the back of their hair, and it was so dope. It was like cursive letters. It was like I was like, oh my God, that's filthy. And at the time, there was a barber in Chicago. And older lady, I know. You already know where this is going. You already know. No. So now I should, in hindsight, I definitely should have taken the picture with me to go to the thing. I didn't. I should have done that. Did not do that because this barber was so good, though, Eddie. Like I'm telling you, she was so. People would line up for hours for this lady. She was very good barber, right? So I just assume all I got to do is describe this to her. She will know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm a senior or I'm a junior or senior in high school. So I don't take the paper to her. And all I was, I said, so I go and I say, hey, look, I just want you to put "I Get the Job Done" in the back of my hair. And so she was like, okay. And I should have known by the way she kind of said the okay, because the okay was kind of like, not like I know, okay. It was more like, all right. Okay. So she did it. Now, mind you, dude, I'm sitting in this chair for a minute. Like, so I'm thinking, oh man, she about to have me looking great.
It's gonna be tight.
Nice. The first thing is she did not use cursive letters. She used block letters. So,
kindergarten block letters.
Now, and we all know, like the closer the hair goes down to the neck, it fades. So it's not so much hair to work with. She made the mistake of making the letters at the top huge. So like it was, she ran out of hair towards the bottom. So it was this huge "I get" block letters. And then under that, the job, and then it would slowly fade to where you couldn't really see the rest of what it was.
It's like the inscription in Monty Python. I get the job done.
No. Now see, what I should have done was said, okay, let me just keep it the way it is. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Right.
I can't go to school looking like this. This is fucking ridiculous. This doesn't make any sense. No one's gonna understand this. So I go to my auntie and I tell my auntie, I said, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go to school for like a week. Like I gotta let this grow out. I can't, they're gonna fuck with me. I can't let this happen. And my auntie says, I'll fix it for you.
Oh no.
And so my auntie, she exactly. So she does the clippers, And again, I'm thinking, okay, she said she could fix it, but she said it with confidence. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, this is gonna be fixed.
We're in.
Exactly. So she does thing, and then I look, and all it says is "I get." That's all it said. The rest of the shit away. That's all it said was "I get." And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So for about a week at school, I was walking around, and people were like, "You get what? What do you get? I don't understand this. I don't get this. I don't get this."
Well, so you for not just shaving your head.
Right.
That was not. See, that was the thing. That was not an option. Even though
you couldn't do that back then. You couldn't do that back then.
You couldn't shave it all off. Like, but what I should have done was like
Patrick Ewing it.
Yeah, you see like a fade, like at the very top.
Yeah.
Like this part. But I think at the time, it wasn't. I don't know why I didn't do it, because that would have been a better option for me, because more people wear that style now. But at the time, I was like, I can't. I got to save the hair. But I can't. So
I get.
Yeah. For a whole week. And I'm talking about, this is back when kids were merciless. They didn't give any fucks.
And you had to have an I Get logo on the back of your head.
It was, and one of my best friends, Gary, when I tell you he had a field day,
oh my God,
all week with it. And so
I can only imagine.
I said, never again will I ever ask to get anything cut into my hair, and I never did. From that point forward.
Well, man, look at. Okay, so I probably killed somebody. Eddie had contacts on over contacts, and I had I get walking around.
It was bad. It was bad. I'm gonna find the picture and I'll send it to you. I'm telling you, the original picture that I saw looked so dope that I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And I just assumed that the barber, even though she was a really good barber, it's just she's not good with style.
Had you brought the picture, right? You never.
Right. If I would have brought the picture, this would have been a totally different story.
You had the best haircut in Chicago.
Yes.
There's no question.
She didn't know how to write in cursive.
I am so glad my humiliation doesn't come in this part, but at the end of the episode.
Yes, right?
Although I will tell you one thing, because you guys were talking about horror movies. When I watched Twilight Zone and Outer Limits when I was a kid, I got nightmares, and I was banned from watching Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. I could, because they would not let me watch it.
Your parents were embarrassed.
The music from every New Year's they do a Twilight Zone marathon on Sci-Fi. Right. So that's my tradition, and my wife knows.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
It's like all day, like don't bother me. I'm watching all. I know I've seen all of them. I'm watching them, but still to this day, the music kind of gives you a little feeling.
Yeah, but I'm having to go to school, and all the guys I went to school with, they're all taught, and I'm having to pretend like I watched the episode because I'm too embarrassed to say I am not allowed to watch those TV shows.
You learned improv skills. That was great when that happened.
Yeah, that was
when the Sasquatch came in. There was no Sasquatch.
What a great guest star appearance from William Shatner. Absolutely loved it. I had no idea what was going on at all. So. Anyway, well, Ty, I guess we get to know you a little bit better now. And Jerry and Eddie, thanks for sharing all that. Yeah. I want to get into our main deal
Let's do it.
Jerry and I have been talking about. And Ty, it's kind of come in three parts, but the first part is Jerry Jones the Donald Trump of the NFL? Maybe Donald Trump is the Jerry Jones of government.
I think they go both hand in hand at this point because both of them paid hush money.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah.
They what did it say?
There's dead hookers with both of them somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. What did it say? Birds of a feather send payoffs together. Here's what people understand is that like sometimes when you get somebody, money doesn't make you smarter, and I think people are starting to see that a little bit more. Is like you got a lot of people with money that are dumb as fuck.
Yes.
And when you get a lot of people that are just yes people, they will allow you to make certain decisions. And I think with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, it's almost like what's the other franchise that the Lakers are different because the Lakers have had their ebbs and flows, but they've had so many good ebbs that when they have bad times, you're like, oh, okay, it is what it is.
The Lakers accidentally win a championship during COVID. I mean, it's like, fuck.
Whereas, with the Cowboys, you look at them like it's almost like them failing is what's being expected now.
Yes.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like you look at it like, they lost. And today's Tuesday. So so with Jerry Jones, he's kind of in this weird pocket to where like people know he's fucking up, but it's gotten so comfortable with that brand being not great as it used to be anymore that he gets a pass. Where it connects to this orange piece of shit is that he inundates everything with so much shittiness that people are just like, yeah, that's just him. So that's the connection between these two. Where like,
well, it's sort of like the Cowboys at one point. I mean, Jerry Jones bought a team that was awful, and they went 1-15. They had all these draft picks. He stumbles into hiring his best friend Jimmy Johnson, who's a great coach.
It's the only thing that saves the Cowboys. Great GM
Jimmy Johnson makes that trade.
Yeah.
For makes the Herschel Walker trade. He wins 2 titles in a row. Jerry Jones starts thinking, "Oh, this is me. I did this." And
I don't want to hear Jimmy
get
credit for this shit.
and then Barry Switzer just basically walks into a Super Bowl, and then after that, that team ages out and goes away, and then Jerry Jones is trying to rebuild whatever he thought he created in the first place, which he really didn't.
He didn't. And now Courtney and I are both from Dallas. We're both lifelong Cowboy fans, and now I come from a different era. I remember when I was a kid, they weren't really that good. They were okay when I was too young for like Danny White to remember Danny White taking him to NFC Championship game after NFC Championship game. So by the time I was old enough to really love them and be a fan, they kind of sucked. This was kind of the Gary Hogaboom, Steve Pallure years. Yeah. And then like the miserable. So then when they won 3 Super Bowls, I was unlike the Cowboy fan who expects it. I was like, oh my God, like this is unbelievable. And I just was but I think that's the only difference, I think, between Jones and Trump. At least Jones has 3 trophies on the wall.
Right.
Like at least Jones hired Trump hasn't even come close to hiring a Barry Switzer, let alone a Jimmy Johnson. Like he doesn't even have a Barry Switzer.
He inherited 2 good economies the way Jerry Jones inherited a team that you could basically go and build a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Right.
You see, like it's almost this dude both of these guys came into situations that were not necessarily with the Cowboys all because they had to build stuff, but this dude comes into an economy that Obama left and fucked it up.
Yeah.
And then Biden built it back up. Then he fucks it up again. So
in under 100 days,
which is unprecedented. I got to give him credit.
I think we should appreciate that, guys. That's pretty
lightning
impressive.
Speed fuck uppery. It's beyond ridiculous. But the thing is, when you have somebody, and what they say, to be a good leader, you don't have to be the best. You just have to put the best people around you. Yeah. So you would think with sports, eventually somebody's going to require that you either leave or you keep put people around you that's going to help you win. Yeah. The Cowboys haven't gotten to that point yet, which is weird to me because it's like every other organization you will look at and they say they either get rid of the GM, they get rid of the head coach, or they move a player. The Cowboys, for some reason, I don't know if it's all the cocaine or all the scandals, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the Cowboys have been allowed to just be like, we'll fix it when we fix it. Right now, we still just chilling and we still
Right. It's because Jerry Jones, the one thing he's good at, which the same thing that one thing Trump is good at, is pushing bullshit as branding. Like they can just push this idea that something is great, even though there's no substance underneath it. Because Jerry Jones has been doing that at the Cowboys for 30 years, and Trump has done that his entire life. Because he sold this bill of goods. Yes, look how great I am, but there's nothing underneath it,
and he can't back it up at all. And Courtney and I have seen this. Eddie saw it. When Eddie and I were at Comic-Con, like 5 or 6 years ago, there are people out there in this world, Ty. Now, I don't know if you've witnessed this or not, but there are people who are not just Dallas Cowboy fans, but are Jerry Jones fans. There are people who think he's a badass. Think he we saw a guy. We were in line at Comic-Con with this guy who was in front of Eddie
you're like, oh, Cowboy fan. And you started talking shit on Jerry.
And I was like, I was like, okay. And we start talking, Cowboy. And I'm like, boy, geez, Jones, huh? Like, because most true Cowboy fans for the past 25 years have been like, this motherfucker. The minute he got rid of Jimmy, have been like, this motherfucker's got to go. And this guy was just like, oh no, he's great. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking? Like it was.
Well, what happens is what we see now is cult-like figures that seem to get people to like them and what they are as a person. And this is what people keep telling me, and I have to admit it now because I see it. And they say, well, the thing with people with money and fame and power, the people who support them, even if they don't have the money, the fame, or the power, they gravitate towards wanting to be that. So they say, well, Jerry Jones is great because he has power, he has his money, he can do whatever the fuck he want to do when he want to do it. And so to them, they live vicariously through that. So whatever he fucks up, they're like, and so what? He still got a lot of money. And this is why this dude in office has been able to do that, even though like there is no statistic. And this is, I wish more people would look at it like this. There is zero statistics about this guy in office that makes him a viable person to run anything. Not even a fucking taco stand. Nothing. But the idea of him, the idea of this dude is what a lot of people gravitate towards.
The branding. They go to the branding.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
they both met a brand.
It's
that's all it is. And Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, you got to think about it. It's still probably one of the most valuable brands.
It is the most valuable sports franchise in the U.S.
If Jerry Jones were to sell the Cowboys right now, it would be for
$10 billion.
We couldn't even imagine the number. It would be more than that.
Washington went for $6 billion. The Commanders went for $6 billion.
I think
Dallas
would
go for 10.
Dallas might even go to you. Could hit 20. I bet there is.
Do you see?
Because it's the Cowboys and because of that stupid brand. And as Courtney and I can tell you, as Eddie, who can't stand the fucking Cowboys his whole life, like what are you cheering on right now? No, like this has been garbage for decades.
Every football season, Jerry and I were talking football, and he's trying to spin it, and I call him the Kellyanne Conway of the Cowboys because Jerry can spin any really mistake by the Cowboys into gold.
I can do it. I absolutely can. No. Romo doesn't need an offensive line. Like I could sit there and give you. No. Tony Romo is the type of quarterback who doesn't need as he has no back, right?
Alternative stats. Stats.
Dave Campo is a genius. He just wasn't recognized in his time.
Well, you know how much I can. Here's how much I can Kellyanne Conway this. I can tell you right now. I can either say that Dave Campo was the greatest coach of all time, or that Quincy Carter was the greatest quarterback of all time, because one of the two won 5 games in a row with the other one. So I mean, that is, I think that it's. And I'm like, put Quincy Carter with Belichick. Do they go 18-0 and win it all? Like I don't know.
But I think that's where like all they need is a little bit. All they need is a little nugget of something, and they believe in the franchise and they believe in the person that's the head of the franchise. Yeah, and which is also kind of like a symbolism for where we are as a country, because as much fucked up shit is happening, all it takes is one thing from that guy, and his fans, because let's just call them fans. That's what they are. His fans will gravitate towards that, and they'll be like, "See, look at what he did."
Well, look at the tariffs with China. Like China didn't blink. But now Trump is saying he's going to lower the tariffs and start talking with China. But his followers go, "Oh no, China blinked. That's why they want to talk." It's like, no,
they can't accept.
People are selling
any reality.
People are selling U.S. bonds like they're herpes, and they want to get rid of. They want to get rid of them, and the whole market is like crumbling. And so he's got to cave his stance, but he spins it in a way going, "Oh, China wants to talk with us now." So all of his followers go, "No, he blinked. China blinked. China blinked. He's doing what he's supposed to do."
It is one of the craziest things to see, and it's funny comparing these two with sports, because I think what a lot of this came down to is people believe that politics is like a sport. They believe it's like a team, like our team won. Like seriously,
that's the insanity of it. It is so crazy.
When I'm like, you're not on the team, bro. If you're not in the 1 to 3%, I don't give a fuck what color you are. You're not on the team. It is the
you're not on the roster, man. You're not on the roster.
You are maybe a season ticket holder, maybe. That's it. But you're not part of the franchise. And I think he's been able to convince so many people that this is I'm winning, so you're winning. And that's not what this is, because at least with sports, you can say, well, you know what? The value of my tickets are going up. Like, so say the Cowboys win, right? They say the Cowboys win Super Bowl. Right. The value of your tickets go up. So if you're a season ticket holder, you do specifically benefit from that. Right. If you got a signed jersey, it goes up. Yeah. But in the sense of a country, you say, well, if this dude is the only person winning, or Putin's winning, or if Musk is winning, that don't translate to you.
That you don't see. I was thinking all the people that show up at his fucking rallies in sweatpants, right? Like all these motherfuckers, if they set foot within 100 yards of Mar-a-Lago, they're sniped. They're sniped. They're not even, there's no due process. There's just a sniper blowing their fucking head off right then and there. He didn't want anything to do with those motherfuckers. He doesn't want anything to do
at
with them.
all. But see, now this is why I say when you look at the comparison with sports and how this is translated to now, if you look at how the Cowboys have been able to maintain this brand for so long, right? And how many Super Bowls do they have total?
Five.
Okay, if you say 5 total, and they've been in existence how many years?
Since what? 1960?
1961.
Okay,
61.
5 Super Bowls, in decades of existence.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? So when you compare that to where we are as a country, you say, well, this dude is just a goddamn genius because he I kid you not, someone gave me this argument. I said, he's a really good businessman. And I said, but he went bankrupt 6 times. And it's like, well, yeah, but he was able to make it back. And I said, but he lost it 6 times.
Never did make it.
How are you not looking at this in the way of bankruptcy bad? They're like, yeah, he went bankrupt, but he made it back. So with the Cowboys, they say, well, all we need is one.
Right. That's all we need. We just need one. Dude, if your grandparents babysat your kid and your kid died, and then they babysat another kid, and then that kid died. It's on me for still hiring them to babysit. It's on me for thinking, no, they're great babysitters. Let's have another kid.
Right.
Oh, fuck, 8 kids have died. Okay, I think Papa.
But they're willing to do it again. They're back. They came back.
We're gonna give it to Papa.
Do you see the juice boxes they give out though?
It's amazing.
Come on.
Listen, both of these guys though do something that nobody else does. At the Star, Jerry Jones allows fans to come into basically the locker room, the workout room.
Right.
He's the only NFL owner that does that.
Right. Which
Trump
is
is
so
the only president
stupid.
that lets Kid Rock in the Oval Office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So people think that they're a part of that.
I'm there too.
And it's a total branding, and they only care about making money, and they don't really care about winning Super Bowls or the governance. Right. So they're geniuses in that way.
Yeah, they've always been.
Let me ask you this, Gordon. Do you think it's as much that they're geniuses or that their people are stupid, or do you think it's a combination?
I think it's a combo. I think that both with Jerry Jones, especially with Trump, is that Trump is a poor person's idea of what it's like to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
and so they gravitate to that. And Jerry Jones is the same way. He's got the Arkansas accent.
Right.
You know, he's boy howdy and howdy y'all and all that. And
doesn't really apologize, just kind of,
never apologize. He lets people behind the curtain to go into the Star and see the Cowboys and do all that. So I think it's a combination of both because stupid people keep buying season tickets, thinking something different is going to happen. And nothing different ever happens.
There we go.
Which is, I mean, who plays it safer? Jerry Jones hiring an NFL coach or Chuck Schumer trying to pass a CR? I mean, seriously.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Who plays it safer?
God, that's so depressing. So depressing.
That's why it trips me out that because as a Chicago, like I'm a Chicago fan. Like, I mean, born and raised Chicago, so I gravitate towards the Bears, Bulls, and stuff like that. But at least in Chicago, like because we had a lot of losing. And then we had a ton of winning, like I mean, basketball more so. Super Bowls not as much, but with basketball, like you would have these moments where the Bulls are constantly losing to the Pistons and all this stuff. But then you get 3 championships in a row. Whew. Oh shit! Then Jordan leaves, but we make it to the NBA Finals. Oh, we still good. Then he comes back, 3 more championships. So in that sense, when you got Chicago Bulls season ticket holders, they're like, nah, man, we got a point of reference. We can
right.
Here. With Cowboy fans, you're like, if you got decades of existence, but only literally a handful of success, everything does come back to you just attach yourself to this brand. Right. Brand is the thing that you support. It's like a family member. Like you may have a family member that's an alcoholic or an addict or just a regular fuck up. Right. But they're family. You're like, hey man, no one gets to call them a fuck up except me.
That's it. Yep. Oh God.
Okay. On that note, since it's about that, I have one more question to ask you. Ty,
here it is.
Who wins first? Do the Cowboys win a Super Bowl under Jerry Jones? Does AOC win the presidency? Who gets that first?
AOC.
Who gets that first?
AOC, no question. AOC.
You're talking about the first woman ever to be president.
No question.
You're talking about Jerry Jones pulling it out of his ass and winning a Super Bowl. AOC. I have no idea.
If you would have asked me this question, before this election, I would have said AOC. Right. The only reason I'm saying that Jerry Jones will win a Super Bowl is because with Hillary Clinton, I'll try to be quick with this part because sometimes it gets frustrating because it's anger, but I'm also like, this is just facts. With Hillary Clinton, I remember, and man, I don't know if you were there that night, Eddie, or either you, Jerry, is that like with Comedy Magic Club, with the debate with Hillary and him,
right?
Back and I remember being in the green room watching this debate, and I was like, God damn, she knows exactly what she's talking about. She's very factual. She knows all the details. She's very spot on. She's very like here. It's like a principal at a school. Here are the announcements for the school. This is
she's answering the questions that are asked to her.
Yeah. Exactly. He's a buffoon. But I'm sitting there thinking, like, I bet you people will gravitate towards this fucking idiot as opposed to this information. And that was the general thing. It was like, well, she just seemed like she was just too stiff. She's running for fucking president.
Yeah,
right.
That's I want you to be stiff, but know what the fuck you're talking about. So when she lost, or with that situation, I was like, God damn, man, you telling me y'all didn't want the most qualified person?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to now with Kamala, okay, she's even more qualified. She's not a criminal. She's not a rapist. She's not a racist. Her legislation literally helps the masses.
Yeah.
There's nothing about these two to make you say, let's make the same mistake again. Nothing. There's nothing, no metric. Because people kept saying, well, he was good for the economy. What did he do? And they can never give you an answer. So I said, okay, so you can't tell me what he did. Why don't you go with this person here? So I said all that to say this. When that and some cheating was involved, let's just be honest about that. I don't know how. I won't go down the rabbit hole.
I'm with you on that.
Some cheating was definitely involved. But here's my point. The fact that two qualified women ran for the position and both of them called exactly how the shit was going to play out if he got back in.
Right.
Yet he still was able to get back in. Yeah. And only now people are like, oh, well, wait a minute. I think I might have made a mistake. And so I said all that to say two things played a part: racism and misogyny. I really didn't realize the misogyny was as big as it.
I think misogyny is bigger than racism.
Misogyny is big. I think America, for the most part, is mortified of a woman who has her shit.
Oh man, they're scared. Hey man, when I tell you, which is bananas, because a lot of these dudes were raised by women, and I'm like, if you're telling me that you don't trust these two women,
right?
Then why should we suppose that your mom or your grandma was a good person, or your wife?
This country doesn't deserve to have a female president.
No. A long way to answer your question, Courtney. I honestly think it'll be another Super Bowl because I don't even know what makes sense to people now. Because
and the Democrats are going to be so gun shy about nominating a female president again.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, most.
So I hope that's going to really play a factor into it.
Yeah. Gonna be
God, and as a Cowboy fan, that kind of makes me sad that I'm like, oh, we're gonna win another Super Bowl. But
I know.
I think the only way it happens probably in our lifetimes is a vice president is female.
Like how Gerald Ford called it. Gerald Ford called it.
I think that's the only way in this country that happens.
The president dies in office.
Well,
she takes over.
And I think hopefully this will be a wake-up call for a lot of people because he's fucking up so bad right now that even people who were on his side are like, well, wait a minute, you firing, I'm a federal worker. Yeah, right. And you got to go. So it's affecting so many people that thought it wouldn't affect them. I think they will have to rethink this. Now, whether they pay attention or not when it comes to midterms or whatever is a whole other story. I will tell you this, when Biden was forced out, I had my feelings about that, I'm still mad about that because I told people, I said, if you think it's bad in America when two old white guys is going at it, it's going to be way worse when an old white racist is going against a young black woman. I called it exactly. Yeah. But I remember when they were first floating names when he was dropping out, and my first choice, to be honest with you, was Gavin Newsom. I said, okay, well, he fits all the branding. It goes back to the branding. Young, good looking, fast on his feet. He knows how he's quick with it. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. And the ladies will love him. All of this. And then somebody said, well, if they skip over a black woman to put this white dude in, it's going to be a problem. And I thought about that. I say, yeah. And then people also hate California, which is weird because we got the 5th largest economy in the world.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Guys, I got Ty, I'm going to let you have the choice here because we're kind of butting up on some time here. Do you want locker room talk or?
I say we do locker room talk.
Locker room talk.
Let's spare Courtney.
Locker room talk. Ever since Jerry told me that it was going to be a segment called Locker Room Talk, I said we got to do it.
Let's spare Courtney his shame for now.
Man, I dodged the bullet there. Oh, wow. I'm very happy about that. You want to set this up, Jerry?
Yeah, so it just Courtney, feel free to toss in more names if you'd like, but I think I think since we're kind of running on time, I think we should just do, who do you think takes the more vicious shits? Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert? Now, I think the answer is easy, but I also think, Ty, when we talked about this, you brought up something fascinating that I didn't even think about. And I'm like, oh my God. So I just don't know, like, who would you rather walk in after? I guess
Marjorie Taylor Greene definitely takes the more vicious shits.
Vicious. I mean, it just blows up.
Definitely takes the worst. Like
coffee. She takes coffee shits, man.
Exactly. You can look at those sweaty gym pictures of her.
Oh, dude.
You already tell.
It's spam and coffee. That's all it is.
Just spam and coffee in a giant tub.
But I would say Lauren Boebert would be so disgusting as to leave it in the toilet.
Yeah, absolutely. She
won't flush.
See, or if she does, like, because Eddie, you thought, what did you think about how Lauren Boebert's shits would be? What was they would be like what?
Like rat turds, just little pellets,
little pellets that they just like you flush.
They don't go down.
Just keep shooting.
They keep coming back up.
What's that fucking game you play with the hoops with the little mini aquarium?
Oh, the water. It's like basketball. You're trying to.
The things just keep shooting. That's what happens every time Boebert.
So I think it's a lose-lose because you walk in after Boebert, you have a bunch of floating pellets that look like a matzo, like a fucking malt ball.
And the problem is, they think you did it because
it's like a boba drink, right? But I think, if you walk in after Green, I think you just have skid mark city all the way through the tub. I don't think,
and it reeks. It smells 4 offices over, and they know
it smells so bad it makes you look at all women differently.
All women are like, Jesus.
You're like, how did you skid mark above the water line?
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, then I'm going to throw one last curveball then. So we agree it's Green who takes the more vicious shit.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay, is this...
He's an angry shitter.
Okay, but is this irresistible force meets immovable object? Marjorie Taylor Greene on one stall, Sarah Huckabee Sanders on the other.
Oh, damn.
I'm going Sarah.
Oh, you say Huckabee?
Yeah, I say Huckabee. Sorry.
Ooh. All of that, that food from down south. Yeah,
that's right.
That barbecue.
And the one saving grace for Green is I know she does the CrossFit stuff. She probably takes in more protein, so she's probably more constipated.
Yep.
Oh, so you think when Huckabee just lets loose 24/7?
That's a lot of Waffle House and Cracker Barrel shits.
Yeah, a lot of corn in there too.
It just goes straight through.
Just straight through.
It's a stream. It's a stream.
Just corn and peanuts. Just corn and peanuts.
All it is. And the face that you see from her when she's talking in public is the face she makes when she shits.
Every time she's shitting.
And it's a light brown. It's a light brown. It's a beige almost.
Oh, it's just.
It's like
a nasty motherfuckers. My God, have we learned a lot today?
Yeah, we have.
That was if you would have started with that. If you would have started between those two, that would have been a tougher one.
But that's a good fight, don't you think? That's a pretty good fight. That's like a Super Bowl. That's
when you bring a hazmat team in. You got to clean that whole bathroom, bro. Hazmat the whole thing, bro.
You have to get like a mafia cleaner to come in, like a fixer for the mob.
You got to get Harvey Keitel to come in and take care of it.
Fiction to come in here.
I'd rather shit my own pants than have to go into that bathroom.
I think I would too. I would rather drive an hour home with
right in there in front of the beautiful people. I'm just gonna no, I'm not going in there because I won't come out.
You won't come out.
I won't come out.
Oh,
that's it. I'm done.
Wow.
All right, guys.
Something so bad you walk in the bathroom and immediately like I'll find another one.
I'll find. And if there's no other one, I'm going in the potted plant. Right
it's worth the pain.
Just right there. I'm done. No more. Okay.
Fuck.
I feel lighter just having this conversation.
I do too. Yeah,
I do. I feel a much lighter. Ty, I want to thank you for coming on our very first inaugural episode. You're a great guest.
Thank you guys for letting me vent.
Yes, absolutely. Eddie, Jerry, I guess we'll see y'all next week.
Yes. All right. Take care, everybody.
Take it easy.